Lady Macbeth is a 2016 British drama film directed by William Oldroyd. Produced by Fodler Cronin O'Reilly and written by Alice Birch. Based on the novella Lady Macbeth of the Mtsensk district by Nikolai Leskov. Though the film's ending deviates significantly from the source text. It stars Florence Pugh, Cosmo Jarvis, Paul Hilton, Naomi Ackie and Christopher Fairbank. The plot follows a young woman who is stifled by her loveless marriage to a bitter man twice her age. The film had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on 10 September 2016. And was released in the United Kingdom on 28 April 2017 by Altitude Film Distribution and in the United States on 14 July 2017 by Roadside Attractions. It received positive reviews and has grossed over $5 million worldwide. Plot. In 1865, Catherine Pugh is in a loveless marriage to an older man, Alexander Lester Hilton. They live at the estate of Alexander's father, Boris, in rural Northumberland in the northeast of England. Catherine is forced to maintain a strict schedule and prevented from leaving the house. Boris scolds her for not giving Alexander a son. But Alexander's sexual interest in his wife seems to be limited to watching her naked body and masturbating whilst observing. One day, both Boris and Alexander have to leave the estate for separate business matters, leaving Catherine alone with the housemaid, Anna. For the first time in memory, she is free to explore the area to alleviate her boredom. Catherine discovers Anna being suspended from the ceiling of an outbuilding in a sheet by the men who work on the land. They say they are weighing a sow. Catherine has the woman released. She is attracted to one of the men, Sebastian, and the next day sets herself up to meet him. When Sebastian comes to the house to visit Catherine, they begin an affair. Anna informs the local priest, who attempts to warn Catherine, but she sends him away. When Boris returns home, he finds his favorite wine has run out. He accuses Anna of drinking it and tells her to get on the floor on all fours. If she behaves as animal, she will be treated as an animal. Catherine says nothing. Boris is later informed of the affair, beats Sebastian and locks him in a stable. He strikes Catherine when she demands his release. Catherine then poisons his food, and calmly makes small talk with Anna as he chokes to death in the next room. Anna is terrified into muteness, and Boris is buried without suspicion. Catherine takes over the estate, and she and Sebastian continue their affair openly. One night, while they are asleep in Catherine's marital bed, she awakes to realize that Alexander has returned home. After he reveals that he is aware of the infidelity, Catherine summons Sebastian and they start to have sex in front of him. A fight ensues, during which Catherine kills Alexander. The couple bury Alexander's body in the woods and kill his horse. They are not directly accused of the murder, and Sebastian begins to dress and behave as the lord of the manor himself. A woman arrives at the estate with a young boy named Teddy, who she claims is the product of an affair between Alexander and her daughter. Catherine reluctantly shelters the pair. Sebastian, angry at the change in living arrangements, returns to the outbuilding. Catherine realizes she is pregnant, but is unable to inform Sebastian. She also begins to bond with Teddy. When Teddy disappears after Catherine scolds him, Sebastian finds the boy sitting over a waterfall and rescues him. When he returns Teddy to the house, he admits that he considered pushing him. Catherine dissuades Sebastian from leaving, promising to do anything he wants in return. While Teddy's grandmother is asleep, The couple use the opportunity to smother Teddy. Sebastian hides in the woods while Catherine claims that Teddy died in his sleep. The village doctor is skeptical of the story. But while the issue is being discussed, a guilt-ridden Sebastian returns from the woods and confesses everything. Catherine turns Sebastian's confession back on him, and accuses him of committing all of the murders with Anna. Her word is taken over his, especially when Anna remains mute. As Sebastian and Anna are taken away by the police, the remaining servants leave and Catherine remains alone in the house with her unborn child. Cast. Production. In September 2015, it was announced Florence Pugh, Cosmo Jarvis, Christopher Fairbank, Naomi Ackie and Paul Hilton had been cast in the film, with William Oldroyd directing from a screenplay by Alice Birch. Release. The film had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on 10 September 2016. Shortly after, Roadside Attractions and Altitude Film Distribution acquired US and UK distribution rights to the film, respectively. It went on to screen at the BFI London Film Festival on 14 October 2016 and the Sundance Film Festival on 20 January 2017. The film was released in the United Kingdom on 28 April 2017 and in the United States on 14 July 2017. Critical response. On review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 88% based on 198 reviews, with a weighted average of 7.6. The website's critical consensus reads, "Lady Macbeth flashes some surprising toughness beneath its period exterior, bolstered by a mesmerizing, and unforgiving, central performance by Florence Pugh." On Metacritic, which assigns an average rating to reviews, the film has a weighted score of 76 out of 100. Based on 37 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews, Guy Lodge of Variety said, "Florence Pugh announces herself as a major talent to watch in William Oldroyd's impressively tough-minded Victorian tragedy." David, friend of the Canadian press, calls Pugh's performance a revelation, and a striking portrayal of a woman on the brink. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian gave the film 5 out of 5 stars, describing it as a brilliantly chilling subversion of a classic, and smart, sexy, dour, and Pugh's performance is lethally charismatic. Both Sphinx and Minx. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle writes, Oldroyd's approach to Lady Macbeth guarantees some longers as the film wears on, but the clarity with which Pugh and Oldroyd communicate Catherine's thoughts and motives maintains a solid interest throughout. Accolades. References. External links. Lady Macbeth at IMDb. Lady Macbeth at Rotten Tomatoes.